I will
Let's go.
say so far, Vikla has not shown up,
No,
but it is tied.
It's the same thing as me with the welcome thing. Did you say welcome to Vikla earlier today?
I didn't. That's on me.
Oh,
That's on me.
Ja, wir gehen Richtung Ari-Territorium jetzt.
Oh, then maybe he's still fine, but that's what broke me.
Der ist interessant, der Mann.
Expecting that perhaps you just walked up to him and said something, and then Vikla was just like, "Well, I'm out of here."
That just griefs him completely. He's like, you know,
doesn't know where he is anymore.
Who is this guy?
Well, he's not going to be playing Twisted Fate, as that one's going to be banned away as we are here into Champion Select. Thank you for that one, HyperX. As Orianna
Ist Kate nicht extrem stark? Jupp. Auch Kate wir jetzt. Kate Bart ist eine super High Priority Lane theoretisch.
here as well. One final ban as the Gwen going to be taken away. I wasn't expecting a Gwen ban on BLG's side.
No, it's interesting.
Schau mal.
Rumble is up, so
Gwen raus.
you know, we're gonna get it
Okay.
banned here. I don't think that they're gonna want to give that over. And to me, I think the Gwen was maybe just saying, okay, I think you might go this direction as an answer.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, Galio is there, Ornn is there, so if you want to leave it up, you can have those as answers.
Also hier keine Prior mehr. Well,
It is always
also die Sache ist, der ist jetzt offen.
Rumble's on.
Nein, das ist aber kein guter Asier. Die spielen sehr gerne Six into Asier rein.
The pairing
Ich glaube nicht, dass sie ihn spielen werden.
of the Rumble.
Also ich kann es mir nicht, ich hoffe, dass sie nicht spielen werden.
Must have a plan. I'm expecting Rumble to be first picked. And Rumble Kiana was that old school combo. Obviously, throw them all into the wall, equalizer over the top. We do have some of kind of like the best setup junglers already gone.
Ornn und Galio sind natürlich noch offen. Auf Top-Lane gegen den Rumble.
Engage champs can set up for the Rumble. Very, very.
Wären die Standard
Seraphine feels
Champs.
like the answer.
Yeah, I think they might just slam it. We have seen this actually in like games 2 and 3.
True, echt Seraphine gibt's auch.
If you're on second pick,
Ja, sie sagen, gehen die jetzt für eine Yumi Lane. Kriegen wir jetzt hier Zeri Yumi?
no matter what.
And you know what Rumble hates? Really big shields.
Oh, das machen wir.
Seraphine has a lot of
Hab das Gefühl, jetzt brauchen wir schon so einen Serpent's Fang Dedicated Champion.
Be a little bit of a worry.
Yep.
Okay, something coming, ja genau.
Equalizer, and then massive AoE shielding can come out.
Oh wow, no Seraphine yet.
Well, they can still go down 3, right? You know, Seraphine usually doesn't get picked away. That would be my
Alarm, Nocturne Alarm, Nocturne Alarm.
look for some kind of a
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Orianna, Aurora und Nico alle raus. Wii U, Wii U.
was
Nocturne Alarm.
to get that. We'll see where BLG wants to go. Pretty much guaranteed you need physical damage jungler. Wukong seems like the obvious one because it is CC for the equalizer. It's also a good physical damage engage tool, which they're going to need. And Knight, let's be honest, no one plays AD mids. It's Yone and then nothing else. There is one in the top 20 picks in pro play right now. So you just have to have an AD jungler, especially
I
if
think
you're
we
going
saw a
AD top.
Tristana once.
Yeah,
That was fun.
but not in the top 20 picks.
No, not really.
You have to go down to like 28 or something like that to get another one. It's crazy.
It doesn't quite work, and they don't have a Maokai as well. You don't really want to pick Maokai alongside a Rumble because that is just a bit too much magic damage. But now Knight, oh dear, that is Izari. He is very scary on this champion, and he is going to lock that one away. This 2v2 is actually quite devastating once you get to level 6s as well, as that Seraphine was a guarantee, right? You sort of have to lock that one in unless they do something very strange.
No,
but
I think
we're expecting that this is just going to be the lock-in here, and so they can protect that Ari pick even further.
Oh, wow, ihr geht doch jetzt nicht. Nein, 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 wir gehen nicht Milio.
Not what
I just don't feel like Milio Blanc.
Kann man Serpent auf Wukong gehen könntest du theoretisch.
Support, and it was a really good support matchup. I think
Also, das ist ja disgusting oder nicht? Das gefällt mir schon wieder gar nicht. Dieser First Free von BFX gefällt mir überhaupt nicht.
good into most of the matchups in 2v2.
War eine gottlose Menge Kreatin, das waren 10 Gramm Kreatin. So Pi mal Daumen.
Really
Nimm
worried
mir selbst.
about, like, if you are saying, hey, On might actually
Pi mal
go
Daumen.
Blitzcrank, this would be a good Blitzcrank ban when you're looking at Ashe, Seraphine, both easy to hook, really effective against the shields. So I would think you're throwing protection bans for your bot lane here for BFX, and then for BLG, you're banning
Die sollten melbern.
what
Right.
James and Clear are going to be playing, right? You're really trying to think where you can get the biggest possible advantage there.
Hat dem letzten Game auch nicht gefallen, das stimmt.
It almost does double.
Aber ich hasse Nocturne so sehr.
Would be pretty keen to play a Galio, right?
I agree.
Galio, Nocturne, incredible.
Ich glaube, die sollten Mel und Galio bannen, finde ich fein. Mel und Galio bannen.
really good into both these matchups, right? You can actually be played
Yeah,
in
exactly.
either lane, so I agree with you.
Was für ein Haufen gewesen, Alter. 10 Gramm halt.
Nautilus makes a lot of sense. I would think the other one BFX could be going for is
Ja, genau. Pro 10 Kilo 1 Gramm Kreatin. Kostet doch.
Rumble. Obviously, Blitz and whatnot is a possible answer if they're worried about it. There's the Galio you were talking about.
Yep, Mel
It's
seconds.
the other common answer to Rumble that is kind of up and available. So I do agree that that is definitely a possibility. Not going to worry about the Rel. The Bard obviously is stronger in the lane in the 2v2. And when you do have low mobility,
Kein Orianna Bann ist der allererste Bann gewesen.
it's very easy to hit.
Der zweite Bann actually, weil BLG First Pick hatte.
Follow up after
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yep.
So going to be focusing a little bit more
Melban
on
ist sehr obvious, oder nicht?
less on the potential setup of something like that Rel.
Well, there's the Akali, and this is something that Vikla has been pretty good at so far this year, even though it's not necessarily something
Weiß deine Mutter, dass du weiße Pulver konsumierst? Ja.
player prior to that. Certainly found a whole lot of success.
Akali, okay. Well, bekommen wir den Mel?
Sante here for Clear. Clear has been very good at this champ, and this has been, in Korea, considered an answer to the Rumble that a lot of our players have wanted to go towards.
Yeah, I mean, I think tanks in general, people feel like, especially when it's double AP solo lanes, you build a Kanik. Once the Kanik's done, you're kind of chilling, right? You know, you are generally expected to get pushed in. Often the Rumbles will take first strike and just kind of farm some gold off you, and that is going to be one of the issues. We'll see if it is going to be Zeri. I mean, you could go Zeri Lulu. I do think that you're going to lose the 2v2
Zeri
really
Yumi
hard.
has been considered the counter. And I know it's weird, but it works. If they play
Da haben wir Zeri Yumi angesprochen, schon auf 2-3 angesprochen. Wir kriegen jetzt auf 4-5. Super. Ja, ist es Mel? Ja.
3-6, I feel like it's such a bad matchup, though, that I'm always kind of
Name a matchup that isn't a bad matchup into Seraphine Ash.
Well, I mean, a lot of the good ones are gone, right? That's kind of the issue here. You're also going to have the issue of Knight on his Ahri. Mel, very popular in the LPL, is something that has come out quite a lot. It obviously does have.
Ich mag den Draft von BLG. Ich glaube, BLG wird dieses Game gewinnen. Aber habe ich auch letztes Game gesagt. Habe ich auch letztes Game gesagt. Nur die Mel macht mir ein wenig Sorgen hier.
Other than things like the charm, which is really what you're going to be looking for. So we'll see if he can find some success here. Vikla on the Mel, which I think is going to be a pretty interesting game. I mean, you have to be so comfortable on whatever you're going to go into Knight's Arion, because this is his most played all time, and he has nearly a 78% win rate on it.
He is very good at Ahri.
It's synonymous with this champion, this player. Like, they are, you know, interlinked.
Welche AD gleitet hier härter? Nein, das ist immer die Zeri. Die Zeri gleitet immer härter. Sind bekannt für Zeri Yumi? Nein, aber Zeri Yumi ist eine der Antworten, die wir into Seraphine Ash gesehen haben.
We're hoping that is going to be the case, but it's isolated only in the mid lane. I think that BNK have been able to bounce back pretty effectively elsewhere on the map.
Das fand ich.
And so I think the bottom lane is where our eyes are going to be mainly glued, because if the all-in at level 6 doesn't work for Viper and On, then getting this Zeri off the
Accounts BLG-Trikot, sobald es gezahlt wird.
So we'll just have to see how they're going to be able to play it out here. Otherwise, BNK could find themselves on match point. Viper, though, has been really good at Zeri in the past. So if he manages to get towards this mid game on relatively even footing, I'd be very frightened for BNK's chances.
And this is a big change for, oh gosh, that's not good.
Vikla may
Schöner Level 1, er ist tot.
a little bit early this time around, wants to get it out of the way, and there is another first blood for Knight.
Sexy. Vikla
Just got to get it off the table.
hat keine gute Series.
Out of the way. He's sorted it out. He's figured it out.
Vikla hat keine gute Series heute, wirklich.
Really early now.
Yeah, get that TV off the table as well.
Get the TV
You
off
can't
the table.
TP into.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, you can't TP into 3 players later and give up first blood, because A, he won't have TP, and B, he already gave first blood.
Nailed it. See, that's the best way to deal. I knew you understood. I knew it.
Yeah, well, Viper, to talk a little bit about him, obviously this was the big change for BLG this year. You know, Shun came back, but also Viper came in.
Was macht er da? Well, Raptors Warden.
Elk for so long.
Boah, wir kriegen Level 1 Heavy Trading.
Is going to be just for
Alright.
trading. And so Elk had been with this squad for so long, synonymous with BLG. They bring in Viper. This is a player that has been so reliable across a lot of different teams, a lot of different rosters over the years, has been so effective, and really is considered.
Ist aber, also, ehrlicherweise, das ist halt super rough, oder nicht? Für den armen Vikla, no joke. Sein erstes International, und du wirst in der ersten International Series, die du jemals spielst in deinem Leben, so durchgerotzt. Du wirst so durchgerotzt, das ist doch scheiße.
A big part of it. So now that they do have the answer, they are able to see the full enemy bot lane, go for their counter picks. We'll see how effective they are going to be.
Also, es ist auch fairerweise nicht der leichteste Gegner natürlich, aber trotzdem. Feuertaufe, ja.
But he chose to walk into the bad guy's territory. He did walk down the dark alley.
He did, and so that's
Reicht es?
Get away from there, you know?
Reicht, einmal.
Stay by the street lights.
Man, there are some scary things happening all over the map as Viper going down relatively low, but on
War Early Kill Level 1. Level 1 hier gefacecheckt für einen Ward und wurde gekillt.
Clearing things out. Will be, looking to pick up the
hat der Ritter dreimal First Blood bekommen? Hat der letzte Game auch First Blood gehabt? Hatte er, ne? Da bei dem 1 gegen 3. War das First Blood, das 1 gegen 3 Tower Dive? Der 1 gegen 3 Tower Dive gegen die Annie, war das auch First Blood? Dann ja.
Best way to lane against the Rumble? Don't lane against the Rumble.
Beautiful.
I love it.
How are you supposed to first strike him? Oh, he didn't.
Also Wickler macht sehr dumme Sachen, aber nein, ist halt auch sehr gut. Aber ja.
Just doesn't even do it. We call it the
Ja, Andy war 1, 2 tot, okay.
because Rumble just tends
Nein, ja,
to make
3 von 3 Games für ihn.
strike money is kind of insane. So they can be even on CS, but there's like an 800 gold lead.
Mitte-Matchup ist sehr, sehr schwierig. Immer noch. Auch mit First Blood. Matchup ist super schwierig. Hallo Marius. Wir checken ganz kurz, nur damit ich es getan habe.
So you get more.
With the push thus far, which is kind of at least to my expectation.
Ey, wir haben den guten Willen gezeigt. Wir haben den guten Willen gezeigt. Oh, Viper muss rausflashen. Oh, Diabel. Wow. Dieser Psycho. Schönes Ding, ey. Schön. Wirklich schön, danach fahren zu flashen. Den Solo-Kill zu sehen.
I'm just going to say he's played horribly in these first 2 games, and now in the third as well, it feels like some pretty big mistakes. I mean, you think back to...
On?
Yeah, he's a unit.
On?
He doesn't barrier. Yeah, there's barriers already there. He can't.
Nein! Nein! Er wurde gebaitet von einem dummen Support. Nein! 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 Er hat sich vom Unskilled Support baiten lassen. Nein! 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 Oh, Hölle, nein! Und der Wukong hat 2 Kills. Just a humble Mima, danke für den Tier 1. Nein, 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 nein.
Last time around in that Jinx game where he goes too early, you know, he shifted in. That time he was playing the Ezreal, and Pantheon
for fuck's sake
early, ends up dying, gives over 2 kills, even though they did eventually kill the Jinx. And this time it's kind of the same thing again. So even with that counter pick, getting 2v2 killed, not what you want to see. I mean, look where Shun is. This is what is important about it to me. You do not have to overforce like this. Your Wukong is directly behind them. They have no clear.
Ja, ist ganz komisch, ne? Ganz komisch, dass du in diese Situation, dass du dich in die Situation bringst, in der dieser Trade eben nicht funktioniert, also in dem der Game nicht funktionieren kann. Oder also in der es eine Welt gibt, in der nicht funktionieren kann. Hühnchen, danke für den zweiten. Du bist so reported on. Du bist so reported on. Hilfe, Hilfe, Hilfe.
It did look like an auto cancel. I think maybe lost vision too. I'm not sure, but either way, I thought he would have had the Yuumi there for sure.
Ja, es sind hier 2 Boots gegen Non-Boots, ne? Das ist schon ekelhaft für Viper jetzt. Kann easy gespaced werden.
Is the beneficiary of all that madness on that bot side. You know, still obviously a good play for BLG, even though Viper did die when I
Level 6 auf Raptor ist lecker. Auch mit dem Upgraded Smite Invaded, ne? Also der spielt hier, das spielt er gut. Sehr, sehr gut. Miss Wheelie, danke für den Gift. Dankeschön. Das ist super, super geil. Raptor jetzt natürlich auch mit der Top Grab noch. Richtig fetter Lead, auch wenn schon diese 400 Gold mehr hat. Diablo hätte den natürlich killen können, ja klar.
So Clear and Bin fighting it out here towards his top side as well. Haven't really poked our noses in to have a look, but right now Clear is in a pretty good spot. Does have the wave shoving on forward, so I
also goldene Abzeichen noch nicht.
Even things out, but still. This is going better for the Cassante than how I was expecting, because Rumble has been such a good laner in general.
And Bin has been doing very well also. You know, even when you think back to last game, obviously, you know, was not nearly as explosive as game 1, but he was just going kind of dead even with Clear on the Renekton, even though he was on
Ja, Merc-Crusher gibt Sinn. Die Ari braucht Move Speed. Ist er tot? Er ist nicht tot, okay.
Just bonked back there, and we were talking about this before, like where's the value of the Mel? Well, it's only really the charm.
Okay.
It's also like their only ranged CC that they really have outside of Prowling Projectile, right?
Ich habe gesagt, dass G2 3-1 gewinnt heute. Ich weiß nicht, ein Game kann halt immer passieren, ne? So auch das Game 2 zum Beispiel von BLG. Sowas kann passieren. Ich glaube, das BLG das bessere Team ist auch unter anderem, aber ja, ein Game kannst du immer verlieren. Ich glaube, 3-1 ist immer so eine Sache, da machst du eigentlich nicht falsch mit. Und Genji gegen JDG, glaube ich, ist 3-0, ja. Aber auch da kannst du auch ein Game verlieren, aber es sollte eigentlich ein 3-0 sein. Kann Mel die Torpedos von Rumble reflecten? Müsste sie können, ja.
It can hit you, and then if it hits you, you are charmed into a root into a full Mel combo, which
ja, ja, genau. Ist so ein 2-1 Fußball-Äquivalent. Genau. Ja. Vielleicht wird es ein 5-0, Gott weiß. Ja, also ist so das Äquivalent zu einem 2-1.
You know, he has some of the most impressive stats you will ever see on this champion. Most played in his career, 77.6% win rate.
Kann Mel Zeriki reflecten? Nein.
To me, I always think of him as still
Da haben wir First Back gehabt, yep.
about the early days when he was just so insane on that, but he had a ridiculous run where he had not lost on Ari for such a long time.
Yeah.
It became, you know, to him what LeBlanc was to Faker, I think, for a long time.
Well, let's see whether
Doch, ist auch ein Projekt hier, okay.
going all out here towards the top
Okay.
side of the map. Clear, looking for an angle.
Pop Ocean gepoppt bin.
Just going to be able to
Traden wir zurück mit Equalizer oder chillen wir?
Still, I think this Cassante has worked as far as the answer to the Rumble. Really neutralizing it so far. As Clear shoves another wave in. And BLG looking to start off this Dragon. That level 6 that we were talking about has been now picked
Starten wir den Drake?
by Viper and On, but they haven't found an all-in angle just
Da ist der Equalizer, um den Dive zu verhindern. Super. Ja, danke für den 8.
grab some
Liebe.
tempo back. And that will happen here for Bin.
Yeah.
The extender beam comes down into this bottom lane.
Raptor's going to cancel his base. They're going to try to make this go really long. He
Wow, wirklich.
Yeah, there's Paranoia. Flash comes on forward here as
Was?
there is no
Was?
option from Clear.
Okay.
So he can get himself over the wall.
Okay.
It's a 1-for-1. And
Wieder eine Menge, ne?
Yeah, that is
Also,
really good for Bin at the end of the day.
also wollen wir, genau, wollen es ist halt super gut für ihn. Fipsi, danke für den zweiten.
Your team gets to do Dragon.
Und du bekommst den Drake dafür?
I'm kind of surprised they forced it that hard.
oh, there's the all-in here on this bottom side as well for BLG. It's Diablo in a lot of trouble, has to flash to get underneath the safety of the turret. There's no kill, but it is still a lot of pressure.
All in auf Bot.
Here by BLG.
Da musst du dich Sams zünden.
And that is that level 6 advantage for On. He has the ult where Kellen does not. So even once they get the cleanse off Viper, there's no encore to come through. That meant that Diablo had to flash away. So a good bit of pressure there from BLG, but yeah, I mean, once the wave got equalized on the top side, I'm surprised they tried to force that with no minions. I thought they were just going to kind of harass him, delay the base, and said, Raptor really wants to force this.
Also.
I thought they might have gone for a really long wave.
Ja.
Clear goes
Hat Tabis, ne? Also der Rumble mit Tabis fertig. Overheat auch noch. Super.
Overheats, gets that damage down on Clear, who, as you said, he knew had no all-out because they had traded that back and forth early. So just need to get a little bit of damage down on him, locks him into a tower long enough they can get the kill.
Was a little bit unfortunate, but still able to get that kill back. You can see about a 900 gold lead at the moment for BLG. Looking a lot more like Game 2 rather than Game 1, though. So I think we will see a relatively even mid-game. Just have to see whether BLG can get themselves across the line after that, because of course they were finding a lot of great advantages in that game as well. I think this time around going to be a little bit more on the ball, as there is a little cat on a book that's kind of away from her friends, which is not necessarily...
Nächster All-In wird sehr spannend auf Bot, weil dann werden wir wahrscheinlich fertiges Static-Schiff haben. Eine Sams bei Diablo. Und vielleicht das fertige Item bei On.
Kellen just now.
Also nächster All-In-Time wird sehr interessant. Schaut auch, Wukong läuft durch Bot mit Lane rein.
Last fight, you knew that there was no level 6 on the Seraphine. Now you do have both those tools coming up here, so this is
Ich glaube, auf dem Viper-Cleanse wirst du wahrscheinlich aktiv dafür suchen. Danach suchen.
If all the CC hits, it can be very devastating. And I think that's going to be something that's problematic in general for BLG, even for people like Bin, who, you know, you're going early tabbies because it is Nocturne Cassante on the top side, but then that means you have no tenacity here against all of this CC that is going to be coming through.
Bis gleich, Juli.
The Encore, the Roof from Seraphine, the Crystal Arrow, there's the Fear, there's so many...
Ja, ich glaube, du wartest auf Static-Schiff und du wartest auf deinen Cleanse-Cooldown. Bei BLG.
Can be kind of never ending.
Yeah. Well, let's just see whether they can actually deal with this one. I think in isolated little skirmishes, though, BLG are so powerful with the composition
sidesteps, man.
they have. Ari and Wukong very, very good at just locking down a target and having enough damage to kill them. And then in the late game, it's just going to be the Viper show. He has to dodge basically everything, but if he does manage to do so, utilizes that cleanse very well, and there's a Mikhails on this cat, then this...
Das sollte ein fertiges Static-Schiff haben, oder? Die Basen? Ja, Schiff fertig. Kein Item noch bei On fertig, aber Cleanse gleich wieder ab. Jetzt werden wir Botlane eigentlich gleich noch All-In-Timer haben. Hallo King Kong. Jemand trotz Cleanse auf Mikhails? Ja. Mikhails ist ein super starkes Support-Item. Nicht nur wegen, also der CC-Removal natürlich, aber der Heal ist auch geil. Item ist sehr stark einfach.
Doing pretty well, just didn't need
Den haben wir jetzt nutzt, um Viper zu killen. Ja, die haben ja keinen Flash, ne? Bei Diablo. Ist nicht so leicht, also wenn Viper rein gehen würde, natürlich. Ansonsten finde ich es sehr schwierig, die Splits zu treffen. Ja, gerne, Tibe. Gerne. Einmal Werbung nach jedem Game, aber that's it.
You have to think
Hallo, Jamo.
there are a lot of threats, so Ashe is not going to be easy to play, especially if you don't have Flash. It's going to be almost impossible for Diablo, it feels like. It's going to be really down to his team, peeling for him. Because without Flash, Equalizer's going to get dropped on their head. There's going to be Shun coming in with the Cyclone.
Frage, ob sie nochmal basen, sobald On sein
that is going to be almost
Item fertig hat.
dodge on the Ashe, but if they're the ones who are
Dann
starting
Michael.
fights, I think equally so it can get very chaotic.
Wow, der ist Sack gegangen. On.
Even if they're engaged on, right? Like Paranoia can be such a good defensive tool as well as an engaged tool, right? Turning off the lights can really make things
Warum?
frustrating. And so if B&K are going to be able to
Wenn er Echoes of Helia geht, dann okay, weil da machst du halt extra Damage noch. Aber ansonsten,
absolutely love it. They wanted to show the world
bei Sub plus Turbo, wenn Werbung kommt, nein.
in these sort of
Aber Subs 100% mehr Geld als Turbo.
Look at all the vision the BLG are putting on that bot side in the jungle, trying to track where Raptor would have to.
Was ist denn Offensive von dir jetzt gerade?
So they're saying, okay, we gotta keep Viper.
Weil er bezahlt.
All of these wards through the entire bot side, wards in the river, 3 in the.
Wenn wir Early Man Druck, er kann es ja später ändern.
They're down on that bot side as well.
Wow.
Downtown. Paranoia comes through.
Raptor Ulti, kein Equalizer ab. Wow.
Longer than that, but he doesn't
Schön.
need to as Raptor will take the last one and down goes the Rumble. This time the dive worked.
Ist es der ganze Turret? Wow, das ist der ganze Turret.
Was actually in the bottom lane. That was insane.
Richtig geile Ash Ulti.
Behind me, I heard him yell out Kobe on the stage, and the rest is history.
Yeah, there we go.
Schönes Ding.
That is going to be the first turret taken down as well, so B&K a lot more money, but now BLG to try and fight back. There's the Cyclone onto Diablo. He flashes out of the way. A great encore here from Kellen defensively as the final chapter comes down, but I don't know about that timing as Viper throws in his ulti as well, and now Clear comes in with a huge shield.
Wow, Diablo, du Freak.
And Diablo is doing his very best.
Diablo, du fucking Freak. Geiler Sidestep auf den Outreach-Arm.
Nicely done there by Diablo. Important sidesteps, but now Vikla's moving down here on the Mel. They want to continue.
Ist der Fight gut? Ben hat TP und Equalizer.
Yeah, there are so many
Und Clear hat keine Ulti.
as well on either side, but Clear also wants to get some value out of this teleport that he just used to get towards his bottom side. Could be a dragon being taken as a Hex Tech is now up and available. Would be able to even out the dragons here, and it looks like B&K are going to settle for that.
Yep, and he had a lot of time because he had that wave push so deep, right? They had taken the top lane tier 1, so they got first tower. He had pushed it all the way to the tier 2. He's going to
Guter Move.
plates now.
Platten wirst du bluten. 3 Stück? 2 Stück? 2 Stück.
So there is a cost to this. Bin is going to get some money, but still, you get down towards the bot side, you get that dragon, that's going to feel nice.
Well, you got an exhaust.
Ist tot oder nicht?
There's a Raptor who flashes out of
Das ist so ein Bad Death.
Viper though, and oh dear,
Das ist ein Bad Death, aber den solltest du definitiv an deine Zeri geben. Schon.
that is probably good news.
Der geht definitiv an deine Zeri. 10 out of 10 times hier.
Certification because Viper is looking terrifying.
He is, and well played, honestly. They're just very patient with the dash.
Das muss Echoes of Helia sein. Warte mal, kauf mal. Okay, ich schau kurz nach. Weil diese Sack-Items, das ergibt halt nur Sinn, wenn du Echoes of Helia gehst. Das ist Echoes of Helia, ne? Ja, ist es. Weil dann kann ich es mir vorstellen, weil dann pulsdeckst du es halt mit einem Q quasi. Sinnig.
Yeah, Zeri's
Braucht halt trotzdem noch Michael.
one of the AD carries that wants it the most out of everyone.
Greedy.
Can really take over the game. Greedy, but for a good reason, you know? Let's see whether Viper is going to be able to get a kill for himself. Does now have about a 12 CS advantage as well.
Du kannst Echoes of Diadem. Frage, will er nicht Michaels noch gehen? Weiß nicht.
Ash Lane
Ich fände Michaels auch sehr gut.
ahead.
Aber ich meine, das deckt die Trainer halt schon, ne? Wir sehen es ja.
Is where B&K do have a
Gehen ist auch fast voll schon.
and only 700 gold doesn't really mean too much here when we know they have such a
Und machen die das, also Early Kills an Jungle ist okay, bis die erste Item fertig haben. Danach, glaube ich, eine Carries abgeben ist gut. Sehr gut.
They can find themselves some pretty devastating team fights.
Ja, da ist Echoes of Helia fertig. Da haben wir auch das Sack jetzt.
Like we talk about this, but I think it's going to be
Die Erklärung dafür, er fullstackt halt
that is
mit einem Q quasi.
so tempo going to be such a huge thing in this game as Vikla, I don't
Hard Engage auf Wickler, Hard Engage auf Raptor, der hat keinen Flash.
know if they just turn it onto Raptor. Does
Oh mein Gott, One-Shot.
okay, that is a lot of damage.
Gehen wir rein, Viper. Flash drauf.
Flash on in.
Wow.
Viper looking
Kriegt
for
er ihn?
Diablo, but he
Er
had
kriegt ihn nicht.
he had the bounce,
Was?
and Kellen's able to pick up the kill.
Echt Seraphim, Baby.
Friend anymore. There's a fight on the bottom side of the map as well. Picture in picture, but you've got to see this monkey making his way out of the pit.
Wir hatten wir keine Ulti auf, aber wann hatte Viper geultet?
well there towards that bottom lane.
Viper just flashed on Diablo and Devil.
Wann hatte Viper geultet?
Okay.
Da gerade eben?
Down.
Hat er die gemisst?
Egg on Viper's face once again. The woes continuing a bit for the BLG bot laner. Shun still at the end of the day. You know, he gets the Herald.
Oder was ist passiert?
Really strong, but Viper just looking a bit out of sorts as Diablo just popped that barrier. They're going to try to run down.
Jetzt kein Flash auf Wickler, jetzt ist er tot.
Bit of a rough day. As we can see, Vikla down the red carpet and will just be dead. On is going to steal that kill away. We're all about not giving kills over to the right people in certain circumstances.
Viper am Anfang des Fights geultet. Okay, kann sein.
BNK looking to try and answer here in this mid lane. It's a decent cross map, as the extender beam not going to be enough to take down these minions, so it should be BNK able to open up the map here with this mid lane outer turret.
Yep, that is great. Going to be able to knock.
Und hat den Kill hier unterschätzt. Also, unterschätzt Enchanter Kills nicht.
Very close. BLG just ever so slightly in the lead here, but BFX fighting well. Viper now does have that second item here.
Sein Ulti ist auf Ash, weiß nicht. Fiend Hunter fertig.
Really powerful initial burst of damage. You pop the ulti, you get all the crits, and then you're going in with on, having exhaust, having ultimate, and you're trying to really put out that pressure very quickly. Push Diablo out of the fight, push Vikla out of the fight. And Vikla, his positioning has not been perfect by any means.
Vikla wieder kein Flash.
Yeah, he may just be dead as the riposte does come on through, but it's not going to do anything at all. However, he has the ulti down. That is so many.
Da ist wieder ein Ash Arrow gelandet, oder nicht?
Needed from Knight to get himself out of the fight, and Shun's going to be
What the fuck? Das war ein Ash Arrow, der gelandet ist, oder nicht? Mal wieder. Nein, das ist tot. Nein, das ist komplett tot.
Check your clocks because it's looking like it's the year of Vikla.
I'm looking at my calendar. We had a little bit of a moment at the beginning of the day, but it was just the wrong timing. Knight will be.
Die spielen super aggressiv, aber das sind gute Punishes.
Yeah, Vikla used the reflect so early. I thought he was gonna get killed for sure, but then Knight missed the charm. I think Knight felt that Vikla was gonna continue moving, but Vikla actually, watch, he stops moving here, uses the reflect really early, and then he stops moving to cast the golden eclipse.
Oh mein Gott.
Knight throws the charm down below him. That was a stationary target, but I think Knight thought he was going to continue moving and was kind of throwing it preemptively where he thought he would go. If that charm lands, Vikla's dead for sure. Unfortunately, Knight does not hit the charm. Vikla survives, gets a kill there, and BLG now, just like that, they were up 500.
So, das Recap-Video online, ja.
2K. And creating a very nice little edge here for themselves.
And look at the junglers as well. And now Coinbase Gold Grind Raptor versus Shun. It is a decent lead for the Nocturne. And the junglers have been really the main characters of this particular game. And you're looking at a 4-1-2 Wukong. And he's behind.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, Raptor has been farming very effectively. Look at the CS.
I know, Mel ist so OP.
CS. That is where a lot of that is coming from.
Arrow connects onto the Wukong, who was in...
Mel ist so OP, man.
Yeah, surprise monkey. Just going to take some arrows. But BNK not going to get too much joy from that ulti being thrown out.
Now be careful where you shoot those arrows, so no one just hit a random monkey in the jungle. Brother's in his home.
They are in the jungle, so there are monkeys. You do have to be careful of them.
You do have to be careful.
All right, so... Mountain Drake, it's going to be a Mountain Soul this game, and I think that if BNK managed to get a Mountain Soul, it might just be game over, because I don't know whether anyone can kill clear.
Yeah, I think that...
Ich mache mir eher Sorgen um Diablo, der ist nicht killable, oder? 2 fertige Items bei Kellen.
The top side of BLG is all about the initial punch, obviously. You know, with the side,
Diese Seraphine ist so broken hier.
being able to burst someone down during
Das macht mir gerade Sorgen.
Mountain Soul makes that really tough. Bin going to be trailing Knight here. They were going to see if Clear would overextend, but he does not. And even if he did, he is very resistant
it's
to
going to
magic
take about
damage.
12 years to die. We can see already things are a little bit rough, right? Because Ari not exactly a tank buster.
Geile Seraphine-Ulti.
Coming on forward. Charm comes on down, but it looks like we are going to see the Monkey make his way out.
Okay, Monkey lebt.
Escape there from Shun.
Runs for the hills. We'll be able to
Monkey hat 4 Kills, trotzdem 300 Gold down, Alarm.
just trading the Cyclone for both the Paranoia as well as the Golden Eclipse as well as the Encore. That is
pretty good.
A really good deal there for Shun. And we will see. This next fight, I think, is going to be a pretty important one. I do think BLG will be ready to fight at this next dragon. I think that's where we're really looking for action once again. If they can't just find some sort of a pick, that is where we are going to have to see if they are ready to scrap. Because
Wo bleibt bei den von on?
just get towards Soul Point for free.
Nope. And there's also 2 items on the Seraphine as well. This is where she really starts to become pretty obnoxious in this game, as Vikla does tank a Prowling Projectile. That Shun not too keen on making any more engage happen. As the Rich Herald may just die again. Never mind, does manage to get a charge, but there's the final.
Wir ulten mit Yumi.
Much of anything at all. Clear making his way in with the
TP behind von Clear.
Whether this wraparound is going to work as he finds a great flank angle, pushes the Wukong out of the way as the Q doesn't land.
Oh mein Gott, Vipers fuckt oder nicht?
Out of this fight and Clear is just
Nee, okay.
by himself and
Oi, 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 oi.
Yeah, not taking damage.
Oi, oi, oi. Ich mache mir sehr Sorgen um dieses Game hier, Guys.
Do get pushed.
Wir haben kein Damage für Clear.
TP off Clear.
Und wir werden auch kein Damage haben, weil die Zeri noch nicht LDA geht.
not yet anyway, as they're continuing to fight here. There's the all-out as Shun getting pulled back.
Raptor ist tot.
Raptor's just gonna get
Hä?
taken down.
Nicht zu deep gehen, by the way. Nicht zu deep gehen gegen den Mel.
But it's BLG that draw first blood in the fight as Vikla gets in, finds the over.
Sie ist so OP.
This rumble as they
Sie ist so OP. Also wirklich lächerlich broken, dieser Champion.
Diablo as the extender beam now. I don't think they want to be diving as Zeri. That's the time where she kills all of you and you lose the game.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about that. It felt like a bit of an overforce from Clear. He TP'd in and he just seemed so hungry to try to find something. Then it looked like they actually had finally found something as Shun was staying around. I mean, Shun is just messing with Raptor there, trying to knock that down. Has to retreat back, but he used the clone to try to get away. The equalizer here, though, was
So tief und dann gegen Mel. Du bist, Alter, der ist halt tot, ne? Das ist crazy, oder nicht? Er fängt jetzt noch einen Q und stirbt. Diabel. Und die Seraph Ultimate ist. Oh, und Clear Flash auch noch down. Oh mein Gott, das ist so big.
She get a kill. So maybe we say that it could have been worth, and sometimes things don't work out.
Did not work out that time. He does lose
Certainly
his
did.
flash and does die, which is going to be really.
Das hätte sehr gefährlich
Very least
ausgehen können.
Flash off of Shun, so they did get some tools out there, as well as it looks like both the summoners from on at the same time. It was very.
Wir haben Arden second.
Seemed to be a 1v3
Yeah,
as we
very
jumped into
interested
that.
as to how
Okay.
that started. As I imagine, Diablo probably found himself a lone monkey, and then the monkey's friends turned up.
It's never a fair fight.
Yep, doesn't quite work out there. As it's a lot of animals on the BLG composition. Have you noticed?
Ja, Zeri auf AI ist natürlich so strong.
No, Shun is very
animals in
low.
Rumble.
It makes more sense how he almost died now, I feel like, as the
Right.
early flash,
Wow.
Diablo kites out the Cyclone, turns around,
Wow.
with on Crystal Arrow, but, I mean, Viper,
Er ist so ein
I
Animal.
feel like he could have just walked out of
Yeah,
that
I
one.
think he could have just decided not to die.
This is very much a Diablo play, as you see the reaction.
Yeah, rather it's just like, oh, not again.
Diablo is one of these guys who hits the sickest outplay you've ever seen, and then is like, ha, you can do nothing to me, and then just
Oh.
walks in and kills himself.
Oh. Oh, oh.
Well, they are now just going to work.
AI ist fertig bei Zeri.
This is going to work because right now BLG seem to have
Hallo?
absolutely no idea that this is happening.
Oh mein Gott, der Nash ist weg.
Knight might.
Wow, der Nash ist weg.
This is gone.
It is gone.
Der ist weg.
We'll see the fight after, because now they know, and BLG are coming, but Bin,
Wow.
TP, they're gonna go.
Yep, extender beam does come on down. As we do have a snare that is going to hold them in position.
Schaut auf Wickler.
Come on forward as they're looking for the Wukong. But he gets
Schaut auf Wickler. One-Shot. Oh mein Gott, Mel ist so OP.
BLG also gonna
Ist das lächerlich.
get on in there. Knight takes so much damage as Diablo just shoots him
Wow, Mel ist lächerlich.
down the ash. But Diablo is not the main character this time around as it's a triple for Vikla. Make that one a quadra.
Mel ist so lächerlich OP.
It's the year of Vikla, baby!
I guess it is.
Quadra there, starts off the game getting first blood.
Schaut bitte den Damage auf. Schaut bitte den Damage auf Zeri an.
Viper in this.
Bitte. Schaut den Damage auf Zeri an.
Vikla goes straight in, and he just gets burst. He just dies. No flash. He
Was?
uses the root, doesn't use his flash at all. He's playing these fights way too fast, way too aggressive. Let the people get in front of you and then hit them. You have so many members around you to support you in that spot, but he's just charging in and dying off. Viper gets destroyed by Diablo and Vikla as he just charges into their face. And
10 Stacks bei Wickler.
it's Magi's time. He built the Magi's against the Magi's guy.
Oh, that's my boy.
That is confidence.
See, do you know what? It's exactly what we were talking about. He got it out of the way early this time.
Yeah.
You know, just do it before the laning phases even happened. It's now clear. We were talking about his immortality. We do have a dragon up and available for BNK.
Ja.
And double mount
Es ist nur der erste Nash immer, ne? Aber das ist dritter Drake auch noch.
stats to try and get through on this Cassante.
You know, next game, maybe he could ask Knight for a quick 1v1, get solo killed before the game starts.
That's an in-practice tool.
A practice tool, exactly. That would be crazy.
That'd be the tactic. We'll have to let Vikla know. As Shun looking for a little bit of a wraparound.
Ja, die müssen irgendwie auf Wickler draufkommen, right? Equalizer ist jetzt sehr gut. Backline Access von schon ist super. Haben die Damage?
Another kill as Vikla goes godlike. They get into the
Haben die Damage? Viper lebt. Viper lebt immer noch. Oh mein Gott, Triple Kill für Viper. Was passiert hier?
Never
Was passiert hier? So scary. Und Diablo, dass sie das spielen wollen. Seid ihr des Wahnsinns? Die sind so ill, dass sie das spielen wollen, oder nicht? Vipers Full HP, die turnen das doch jetzt, oder nicht? Können sie nicht, sie können nicht, sie können nicht, sie können nicht. Dieser Crackhead. Die sterben doch jetzt hier. Und die sterben sehr spät, das heißt, der Drake ist auch noch weg, oder nicht? Equalizer ist wieder available. Kellen, du schöner Pinguin. Wow. Wow. Was? Arisa. Nee, okay, sie sind tot. Right? Okay. Was war das für eine Sequence? Die ging 40 Sekunden lang. Achtung, Wickler ist immer noch OP. Also geile Sequence. Das sind so, no, wie kann man so aggressiv als Ash das spielen? Oh, Viper muss raus. Ja. Oh, Viper ist tot. Mel ist balanced. Mel ist balanced. Lasst euch ruhig weiter belügen von denen da oben. Literal 2 Minuten Teamfight. Und irgendwie gewinnt BFX am Ende. Was? Oh mein Gott, der ist 3000 Gold ahead. LDR fertig.
I want to say start and end with an equalizer, but the fight kept going after the second equalizer, and the fight now is ending with the third equalizer.
Mel ist, also, ich muss Zeri Yumi jetzt hier das Game übernehmen, aber da ist immer noch eine Mel im Gegnerteam.
And here it is one more time. They just decided to go back in on the
What the fuck?
Walking forward, gets tagged by everything from Vikla, gets burst down, even with Shun killing off Vikla afterwards. Clear is here, Raptor is here, they don't have the damage to get through them. Raptor knows it, flashes forward, and they're able to get even more. And now with the bottling respawning, we assume that in live, they were able to get more there.
Michaels fertiges LDR bei Viper, der geht Hexblade. Okay.
Currently 14-1 as far as like assists and kills versus deaths. That is pretty ridiculous. 14 KDA, not bad. But let's see with the BLG with almost a gold lead, you could say. I mean, it's there's nothing much in it here at 20 minutes. Sorry,
die müssen das verkaufen. Oh, er hat die Träne verkauft. What? Interesting. Fine.
Team fighting very, very well, and they have the tools to make this one happen. So let's just see.
Yeah, Vikla has lost.
Das Knight ist auch nicht schwach, right? Vikla ist nur so OP, aber er hat halt einen 4-Stack. Wow, er hat Rocket Belt.
Get a proto belt on everything.
Yep, that's a good way to do it.
He's got it, and Infinity Edge done for both the Diablo and Viper. Damage really has.
Für die Cyber. Yumi in Pro, yep, Zeri Yumi ist eine der gängigen Antworten gegen Seraphine.
Does have the capacity to win for BLG
exactly like
in any scenario.
You have one good fight where Viper is not just getting randomly one shot, and you have people in front of him, and he could end the game.
Was ist das? Au, zum Wickler-Eskorten. Okay, zum Wickler-Eskorten.
They didn't realize how many members were there, and then as he popped it, they got vision of more of BLG coming in. I think he was saying, "Oh, there's only one or two here."
No.
Exactly. And then someone screamed, "Bin's there, Bin's there, Bin." So they do waste the paranoia.
Ja, ich glaube, sein Defensive Item ist hier quasi der Rocket Belt für Wickler. Sehr interessant. Vipers fast 16. Ja, also dreimal Combat Summoner ist natürlich geil gegen Ash Seraphine, einfach nur weil du diese Level 6 Orange gewinnst, aber ja. Fertiges Hexblade bei Viper, Mamma Mia. Gibt ihm noch Level 16. Bitte noch Level 16 für den Assi.
He's also so important against Zeri. Cassante is brilliant into Zeri. She loves coming over walls. And then he says, no, back you go.
Du ist Equalizer, gibt Sinn hier. Ist halt unconventional, aber es ergibt Sinn. Wow, Viper ist so close für Level 16.
You can see Viper now on 5 completed items plus the boots. As he just finished up another one, so is that full item ahead of Diablo.
Oh, Zeri Yumi gut gegen Ash Seraphine, All-In-Potenzial. Und du scalest gut.
So it's The Reflect you have to deal with for the Charm. There's also the Mikhails now. It is going to be very difficult for
Bro, gib ihm bitte Level 16. Alter, macht die Damage. Viper ist tot. Viper ist nicht tot. Oh mein Gott. Raptor? Bin? What? Wickler hat geflasht. Wickler! Viper! Viper, Viper, Viper! Diabel! What? Wow! GG. What the fuck?
What Diablo did, what Wickler did. He wants to get involved too. How about a Quadra for Cassante and a win for FearX?
What the heck was that? Brilliant team fighting here from
Jesus.
Take down this mid inhibitor once again, and one more time. It is just a waltz through the mid lane in order to take down the Nexus.
Geile Slow-Mo.
Reaching match point in their first best of 5 of First Stand 2026.
What a way to do it, man.
Oh my, that's not how it's never been expected.
Oi, 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 oi.
Like in this one, Diablo is playing so well.